From hardwood highlights to sneakerhead Hall of Fame status, Penny Hardaway has left a lasting footprint far beyond the basketball court. Repping a wide variety of signature and non-signature Nike basketball shoes on the court, he and his Lil Penny counterpart racked up an impressive sneaker legacy over the years. The man flipped the script on style and swag. He had mass appeal in the hood. He was one of the most iconic Nike basketball athletes in history, and he put the Magic in Orlando and the 901 in Shelby Drive on the map. Today, we're covering the history of one of the most coveted retro sneakers outside of Air Jordan, and giving Penny his flowers for all that he's done for the sneaker culture as a whole. I'm Nate the Great from TakeFlight214.com, and this is the legacy of Penny Hardaway sneakers, from court to culture. But before we get started, please take a second to smash and hit that like button. Liking, sharing, and commenting on these videos is the best way to get the YouTube algorithms to notice us. Also, once the video is done, don't forget to stop by our website and check out the wares. We have hundreds of items in stock, so there's basically something for every fan of the channel. But with all that being said, let's dive into this story. Anthony Penny Hardaway wasn't just any old point guard. He was a 6'7" floor general with the smoothness of Magic Johnson and the explosiveness of a young Kobe. Drafted in 1993, he quickly became the face of the Orlando Magic alongside Shaquille O'Neal. He even starred in the cult classic movie Blue Chips with Shaq. Penny's game was futuristic, and Nike knew it. By the mid-90s, he was already one of the league's brightest stars, earning multiple All-Star appearances and leading Orlando to the 1995 NBA Finals. His unique game, style, and charisma made him a marketing dream, and that's where the sneaker legacy all began. Many may not remember, but before Penny ever had his own sneaker, he played in Jordans. Dressed in shades of charcoal gray and Magic-appropriate blue accents, the Penny Air Jordan 9 was finished with the number 1 embroidered on the heel instead of MJ's 23. By 1995, Nike's LWP, or Lightweight Performance line, was instrumental in introducing Zoom Air technology. Hardaway was the perfect player to showcase his basketball applications via the Ergo LWP model, which also was associated with another Hardaway at that time, Tim. The LWPs and later Nike Air Flight 1 was essentially placeholders as the company put the finishing touches on his official signature shoe. Little did anyone know, a Nike designer by the name of Eric Abar had been burning the midnight oil, working on a totally new idea. You see, at the time, Nike basketball shoes were split into two categories. There was the Flight, which were shoes made for quick and stylish players, and the Force, created for strong players who dominated in the post. Penny was a different breed of athlete. He had the size and would attack the rim with reckless abandon, but he also could play with finesse and skill as well. Nike thought that a whole new kind of sneaker should be made for the uniqueness of Penny's game, bringing us the now iconic Uptempo. The Uptempo was crafted especially for Hardaway, and it would shepherd in a new era for Nike basketball. Avar had studied Hardaway's game inside and out when it came to designing and building that Penny 1. Originally debuting Penny's 1 cent logo, the Nike Air Penny 1 also introduced the world to the Lil Penny character, a puppet-sized marionette modeled after Penny Hardaway himself. Voiced by Chris Rock, the pint-sized sidekick became a cultural sensation, turning sneaker ads into comedy gold. It was, in my opinion, even better than the Air Jordan Mars Blackman thing. The Nike Air Penny 2 was released the following year in '96 and pushed the hype even further. The two combined Max and Zoom Air technology and is considered by many the best of the entire collection. The design and performance were uniquely memorable, featuring the best cushioning available at the time. The Penny 2 was another home run by Eric Abar. He crafted a shoe that worked just as well on the streets as it did on the basketball court. And from a looks perspective, it was timeless. Heading into 1997's season, the Penny line was 2 for 2. The previous designs had sold better than even the Nike suits could imagine, but the next one in the lineup would be Sneaker Gold. Previously in 1997, Nike released the Foamposite technology, a seamless molded shell that looked like it came straight out of the future. Yet another masterpiece engineered by Nike designer Eric Avar. The Foamposite was a technological marvel. But here's the wild part. The Foamposite wasn't originally made for Penny. Nike actually designed the shoe for Scottie Pippen, but he passed. And when Penny saw the design, he was like, oh yeah, that's me all day. Although not officially part of his signature line, the Nike Foamposite 1, worn by Penny in 1997, is perhaps the most iconic shoe tied to his name. These kicks didn't just stand out. They shattered the mold of what basketball sneakers could actually look like. At $180 each, they were the most expensive basketball shoes ever released at that time. But sneakerheads didn't care. The Foamposite became an instant classic, not just on the court, but in streetwear, hip-hop, and fashion culture as a whole. With its seamless molded upper and futuristic look, the Foamposite pushed Nike's design boundaries. Originally considered too radical, it's now a grail for collectors, and as we know today, years ahead of its time. The Nike Air Penny 4, though, was a bittersweet release. It's a strong release in terms of style and function for Penny Hardaway's signature line, but it would also be the final Penny shoe release during his playing days. The Nike Air Penny 4 was released in 1998 with Eric Avar once again serving as designer. The 4 was launched during a dark period of Penny's career. He was dealing with injuries and the loss of his Orlando Magic superstar teammate Shaq. Unlike the previous 3, the 4 wasn't a huge hit, probably because Penny's career was struggling, and design-wise, it's the most forgettable in the line. Like, let's be honest. Injuries began to mount up and Penny's peak began to fade, eventually getting traded to the Phoenix Suns. Penny Hardaway may not have had the career that people hoped for at the end of the day, but his influence on sneaker culture is undeniable. His line blended performance and design like few others were capable of doing. He gave us Lil Penny, he gave us Foamposites, and he gave Nike one of the boldest runs in basketball footwear history. Even today, as he now coaches for his alma mater, Memphis State, Penny Hardaway still has one of the freshest kick games of all coaches in any sport. Just check the records. Ask any sneakerhead, anyone you want, and they'll tell you. Pennies aren't just shoes. They're moments in time. They're memories. They're masterpieces. At the end of the day, Penny Hardaway is the man who gave us a legendary sneaker line without needing a ring, a shoe deal dynasty, or a Last Dance series. Penny may not have had as long and illustrious of a career as Jordan, but his sneakers definitely give Jordans a run for their money. And for that reason alone, they deserve a spot in fashion history. But what do you think? Were you a fan of the Penny sneaker line? Do you own any Foamposites today or tubes? Hit us in the comment section and let us know. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video and you enjoyed what you saw, we hope you already hit that like button. As I said before, liking, sharing, and commenting on these videos is the only way to get the YouTube algorithms to notice smaller channels like ours. And it's the best way to help us continue to grow. We're on the road to 30,000 subscribers right now, and at this point I think we only need like 200 or 300 more, so that's where you guys come in and help us out. If you want to be updated every time we drop a new video, then hit the subscribe button and then the notification bell. That way you can be dinged whenever we drop a new episode. With all that being said, I'm Nate the Great from TakeFlight214.com, signing out until next time. Peace.